hardly at home. Even now, she's out to visit her sick neighbor. That's what she likes to do. Sometimes I feel that I'm a slave working all the time. Oh, poor me. Hello, Elizabeth! What a surprise! Come inside.
Hi, Martha. I can see that you're busy as you usually are.
Yeah, so much work to do. Come on in, have a seat.
Thank you, Martha. I hope I'll not disturb you in your work by coming in.
Not at all. I was just about to take a rest because I am worn out. By the way, what brings you here to Bethany?
Oh, I came here last evening to visit Aunt Hannah, who is sick. I met your sister Mary at my auntie's house and heard that you were alone. So I thought I'll just drop in to see you since I have not seen you for almost a year.
It's so thoughtful of you to drop in. Shall I get for you something to eat?
No thanks. I just have eaten some cookies that Mary brought with her. Your sister is so thoughtful and kind. My auntie really loves her visits.
Is it so? I guess that's what she loves to do. Help the poor, clothe the naked, visit the sick, but she's really useless at home. She is always out, and I am the one stuck at home with all the cooking, the cleaning, and the washing. You know, Mary is like a princess at home.
But doesn't she sometimes help with the work at home?
Yes, sometimes, but she's rather clumsy, and I have to do again what she has done. She just cannot do anything right. You know how I want things to be? In tip-top conditions.
Yes, I know how you want things to be perfect. But Martha, you have got to understand that things cannot always be as one expects them to be. Sometimes we need to tolerate and take things easy.
I know that, but Mary is too sloppy. You know, just the other day, I really got mad at her because she did not help me.
When was that? What happened?
It was the day that Brother Lazarus brought Jesus home.
What? Jesus came to your house?
Yes, he did. Whenever he comes to Bethany, he usually drops in. But the other day was so special because it was soon after he brought Lazarus to life again. As soon as I heard that he was coming, I thought I'll thank him by preparing for him a grand dinner. I went out and bought the best food, and as I was cooking, Jesus came. I told Mary would help me in the kitchen, but you know what she did?
What?
She did nothing, but just sat down at the feet of Jesus and listened to him.
She must really love to listening to Jesus and to be with him.
I know she does, but she should also have concern for me and all the work I am doing. She should at least lend a helping hand and not just sit down lazily while I labor endlessly in the kitchen. I was really mad and took the courage to even ask Jesus to tell Mary to help me with the cooking. But do you know what Jesus said?
What did Jesus say?
I was shocked when he said, Mary had chosen the right thing, and it should not be taken away from her. Oh, when I heard those words, I was upset and angry.
But Martha, there's nothing to be upset or angry.
Nothing to be upset? Why shouldn't I be upset? I am not a slave to do all the work, while Mary ugly sits around doing nothing.
But Martha, you need to relax yourself and take things in an easy way. Remember that as long as you live, there will be work to do. But you also need time to relax and rest. You need time for meditation, for prayers, and for reading the scriptures. You need food for your spiritual nourishment. You see, it is not every day that Jesus comes to your house. Mary knew that, and so she was there at the feet of Jesus, feasting on his words to satisfy her spiritual hunger. Martha learned to relax. Make time in your busy schedule so that you can spend time with Jesus.
Now that you have said it, I can see that I really missed a great opportunity to get to know Jesus better, to talk and to listen to him. Yes, you are right. I need to relax myself and spend more time in meditation and prayer. Thank you so much for opening my eyes. Hello, Rachel. Come in, come in.
Hello, Martha. Thank you. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. You're also here? I'm so glad to see you. When did you come to Bethany?
Just last evening, I came to see Aunt Hannah, who is sick. I'll be here a couple of days only.
I never expect to see you here. I'm sure Aunt Hannah is glad to see you, especially when she's not too well.
Yes, she was glad.
Why don't you two sit down and talk?
Thanks, Martha. I thought I'll just drop in to see you. I hope I'm not intruding on both of you.
Not at all. We're happy to have you here with us. It's wonderful to see you, so healthy and strong. I never expect to see you like this. Is it really true that a miracle happened to you?
Absolutely. Praise the Lord. Yes, a miracle happened to me, and I know I will never be the same again. Never.
That's wonderful. How did the miracle happen? Won't you tell us about it? We would love to hear it.
Yes, do tell us about it. We're ready to listen.
Well, how shall I start it? I'm still so excited about it that I don't know where to start. Well, do you know what it is to be when you're sick? Oh, I was wrong. It was wrong of me to ask such a silly question. I'm sure you do. But you see, I was sick for a long time and had suffered much. 12 long years to be precise.
It must be terrible.
Yes, it was. I went from one doctor to another and went through all kinds of treatment. I spent all the money I could get on medicines, but instead of getting better, I became worse. I grew weaker and weaker.
How pitiful. You must really feel downhearted.
Yes, sometimes I felt so low and downhearted that I feel it was better for me to die. To make matters worse, my illness made me an outcast. I was shunned by people as associating with them would make them ceremoniously unclean. My fate was only slightly better than that of the lepers. I prayed, I pleaded with God to heal me. Oh, how I prayed. Though I suffered much, I knew that God had not left me. Yes, He was the only friend who did not shun me or ridicule me. He was my strength and my only hope for recovery.
Yes, I'm sure glad that we have a steadfast God who loves and cares at all times.
That's right. If it were not for Him, I don't think I'll have the desire to go on living. He was the hope of my life. So one day, I heard from someone that Jesus was passing through our hometown. I was excited, but I kept it to myself. I have heard that Jesus healed sick people and even raised the dead to life again. So I decided to myself that one way or the other, I must somehow reach Jesus and be healed.
So what did you do?
On the day He was to pass through our town, I hid myself and waited for Him to come. When the crowd came, I came out and mixed with the crowd and then tried to make my way to reach the side of Jesus.
But you must be very weak.
Yes, I was really weak. I felt dizzy too. I almost gave up, but I knew that I had to reach Him that day. I could scarcely make my way through all those bodies, but somehow I did. I reached a place where I could reach out and touch him. I did not want to create a commotion, so I said to myself, I only touch his garments, I will be healed. So I reached out and touched him. As soon as I did that, I could feel his healing power sweep through my body. There and then I knew I was healed.
How marvelous! How marvelous! How wonderful!
Well, but that is not the end of my story.
What happened then?
As soon as I was healed, I thought I'd just let the rain be gone. But Jesus stood still, turned around and said, Who touched me? Others who were around him did not understand what he meant, but I knew it and I was scared. But then I took courage and walked over and knelt down at his feet and poured out my whole story to him. I thought he would scold me, but do you know what he did?
What did he do?
He could not have been nicer to me because he pulled me to my feet and said, Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be free from your suffering. Yes, he called me daughter. I will never forget that sweet voice for the rest of my life.
What a wonderful story. It's just so wonderful.
It sure is, especially for me. My days are full now. I have my life back. I'm strong, healthy, and alive, and Jesus continues to be my strength. When things sometimes go wrong, I just recall in my mind the day I was healed, and my heart brightens up again. I know that Jesus can still work miracles in people's lives, only if they reach out to Him in faith.
Rachel, thank you so much for your wonderful story. Wow! My! What a surprise to see you two together. Hello, Elizabeth. Hi, Rachel. It's so nice to see you. Oh, by the way, this is Dorcas, who had traveled all the way from Japan. Hello, everyone. I met Dorcas at Lady Hannah's house. She was there visiting the sick lady. Dorcas told me a very interesting incident about herself that was similar to what happened to Lazarus. I was just awestruck. Dorcas, why don't you narrate to these ladies what you have just narrated to me?
I may be boring you all. I'm sure we will not be bored.
Yes, come on, tell us. We are all ears.
Yes, Dorcas, tell them. They will find it inspiring.
Alright then, I'll try to make it brief so that I won't bore you all. Well, it's like this. In Japan, the town where I live, there are lots of poor people. So I used to go around and help them in whatever way I can. Sometimes with food, other times with clothes or caring for them. One day, after a visit to one who was sick, I was not feeling well. I told my sister that I was going to take a nap as I was not feeling alright. So I went to bed. It seemed that I was so sick that I actually died. But to me, it seemed like a deep sleep. Whatever happened, when I woke up, I saw Apostle Peter smiling down at me. Near me were lots of the poor people who I used to help. When I could see, they had been weeping. They had gathered beside my bed because I was dead. But my sister had called Apostle Peter, and he had come and had raised me from there in the name of Jesus.
Praise to be the Lord.
Oh, it was so wonderful to see the joy and happiness in the faces of those who were around me. And I am so glad to be alive again so that I can continue to help those who are less fortunate than me.
I'm sure God is the reason to call you and Lazarus from death. He must have some special plans for you both.
That is what I believe also. And I plan to continue to be an instrument for the Lord in whatever way I can. Every morning, I used to pray to God to direct me that day so that I can be of use to Him. And many times, when I go to visit someone, they used to say, "How did you know that I needed your help?" Or, "How did you know I was sick?" I just thank God for guiding me to the right people.
Isn't that wonderful? Our God is just so wonderful. The time that I spent sitting at His feet was really worthwhile. When I think about Lazarus and what He did for Martha and me, my heart really overflows with joy. Actually, after being in the tomb for 4 days, I never had hope of seeing Him again on earth, but He is back. No, after all the tears we had shed and the grief we went through, the joy of having Him there again is just so wonderful. I just cannot describe it.
Yes, I can see it many times. God's ways are not as we expect, but we need to fully trust Him. Even with Lazarus, we thought that Jesus came too late, but He came right on time. Just look at what happened. We feel God was slow, but He's always punctual.
Martha is right. Look at my life too. He lets me suffer for 12 years before He healed me. The pain I bear when compared to the joy I experience now is not comparable. The only thing we really need is full confidence in God and complete surrender of our lives to Him. If only a touch of His garment can bring such miracle, I'm sure there's much more in store for us if we only trust Him more.
Yes, all we need to do is reach out to Him in faith, in prayers. Aren't we lucky to have such a God? Yes, we are lucky people to know we have such a God. But there are so many around us who are still ignorant about it. We need to tell them and pray for them.
What a wonderful time we have had together. I just love every moment of it.
Me too. God has brought us together so we can share our experiences.
I think I better get back to Montana. I've been away too long.
Me too. I'd better go.
All right.
Before you go, I think it would be appropriate if we just kneel down together for a short prayer. I think we ought to thank God for the wonderful time we have spent together.
Yes, I think we should.
They all knelt down together to pray.